definitely trying to get these maps ahead.
Oh, that'll be
So hopefully we
fantastic.
must see some surprises as well.
Well, we always hope for some surprises, especially that triple splash pound. Well, it's going to be very, very interesting. But I think we should sort of evaluate where the team could possibly find themselves. Because right now, I would probably go on either the roofs, which is probably a very safe bet, or inside of the big barn. Um, but then again, there's a few entrances for the Zeds to go in, and I've got to be careful of husks. Especially
Yes.
later on in the streaks, because if they get kicked off that ledge, they're going to get a have a nasty time, I sort of say.
Oh, we're off.
Yes.
Okay, so they're okay, right now I'm a little bit confused in their they're thinking of this. We have 4 berserkers, just like the previous game. They did. 1 medic expected, but they have a demolition.
Hmm.
That's risky. Very risky.
That is very risky indeed, and I feel a bit of deja vu over here. Well, as this first wave, it should be easy, and looks like 2 of the players are enjoying the black screen.
Well, I can expect maybe the first 3 rounds to be a little bit slower, where they're melee based.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think on the later waves, they are going to be stacking up cash, so the demolition should have no problem. We might be able to see another weapon swap. You know, with her holding the M32 on a previous game. We might be seeing that. But I think, no. Short percolate might be a fast end round. Guess the question is really from now is, has their training pulled off? Because this is not one of the easiest maps unless you've trained it up.
Well, yes, that's very true. And there's really not many places to go. And it looks like they've picked a small little, well, I'd say small, rather large bungalow type house. But,
I would say, very gone.
No, yes. Well, if they can build up the cash coming in for the first few waves, they can get that demolition armed, then the berserkers have to worry about money too much.
Well, here'll be the question on that sort of thing. When do you think they should be buying the armor? Because remember, there's 4 berserkers.
That's 300 practically every round if they get hit. And they're always on the front lines. But that's an expensive habit.
It's like having like an expensive gun, but paying for the ammo maybe every round. But like you said, they are the front line. Could we see some, position swapping so they can balance out damage they take, or this? How early do you think they can do the armor as well? Because this map can be very hard on the early waves compared to other maps.
Oh yes, especially because it's so small and condensed that the Zeds come closer, which is good for time, but that means that all the nasty spawns can get closer. Well, obviously, Medic's gonna have armor, and it's interesting that they've dropped themselves a grenade launcher as well in the back room.
Oh, and they got a nice armor spawn there.
Yeah. Very nice think. I like the way they're thinking at the moment. Well, wave 2 and we've got some husks in and they're getting some good shots in there, but knocked down. It's interesting to know that they have already got a grenade launcher, which I would have expected, and they've got about £500–600. Well, actually no, one of them's got £800. God, Demolition's got plenty of money for early wave, and he can get given more by the berserkers. So I think he's quite set. So I think we can see quite a repeat of what we saw when we first did the Veterans tournaments. However, they're split out a bit more, so they have 2 on one side and then about 3 or 4 on the other, because there's 3 entrances into the building.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna pull this up because I've never seen a high, the major focus in berserkers off of this map before. It's always been mostly on the not the sharpshooter, the supports.
Yes.
Because of the how close combat, everything's confined in one spot. But one thing I can see so far is the Husk should actually have a better control in this. Maybe not so much the sirens, because you do need maybe a sharpshooter or something to kill them quick. But Husk, you have a better shot because they will have to come physically to the door, and the berserker's already there, so you could instantly just stun it or kill it straight away.
Well, that's true. And when, of course, Strakes and even Flesh Pounds come up in wave 6 and 7, it's going to be very interesting. I think they're going to get overrun a little bit because they are stretched, especially because of those 3 entrances that they're swarming into, and they're not just going 1 or 2 in one entrance and the rest coming in the other. It's quite evenly spread out. So I think we're going to see a team struggling here a little bit in the later stages.
I do think they may actually close this side door for the later waves, and then leave it for above and the front line.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it?
The Skrakes, they're not going to have too much problem. They have 4 berserkers. They can stun everything.
Exactly.
The Fleshbrand itself, though, that could be a problem because we've seen in previous games where they've maybe put the wrong positioning or the wrong timing for a grenade. You just see it dancing around the grenade and then go in afterwards. Which could be a real big pain if it happens on this map because it'll be behind the door and they can't target it while it's doing the dance.
Oh, absolutely. And, well, when they do get the Flesh Pounds, I would love to see how they deal with them. Because, as I said, those entrances are going to be a killer. It'll be interesting to see what they get now. They've got a decent amount of money, I'd say nearly £2,000-3,000 in between them all. But it didn't look like they got much. I think one of them got some armor, and that's about it.
One of them did buy an AK-47. That was all that was bought in terms of weapons. Interesting, straight onto the Rat Ripper, which is at the window at the back. They're definitely taking their maximum potential at the skip trader time.
Oh, absolutely.
Seem to be hitting, no more than 46 seconds maybe.
6,
and
7,
then it's
yeah.
already skipped.
Well, it's nice to see the team's considering the time, so we might get some early time still, which should be quite nice. Back to the action, it seems that they've slipped themselves a bit more, so we've got the medic sort of running around, and the Morph is actually getting a bit of hits here. So I think he can get I don't think he can cope with too many Zeds if he's gonna have to keep doing that, especially with the Screamers as well. But he might have to call for backup.
The one thing I think I'll be interested in most in terms of the team, the layer and everything, is actually this demo. Where is he going to place himself? Is he going to use the grenade much? Just like that moment there, he just got a little bit of splash damage done to himself. The Husk is actually almost killing one of the Berserkers, I must admit.
Oh, yes. Oh, direct hit as well. Goodness me. Well, here comes more on the Screamer as well. See if that does anything.
It's very interesting how they're keeping everything open to try and maximise the time.
Yes.
But they are taking some unnecessary damage, which is a bit worrying. But I guess they can try and learn from that.
Well, yes. And as I said, when they get to the latter stages of the waves, it's going to be a very interesting watch and unraveling of how the team copes with the Flesh Pounds and the Strakes.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest part of how well this team will do is the Flesh Pounds itself.
Do you think they're going to buy the Claymore?
We could probably see one of them at least buying it. Having a good combination throughout the Berserkers is always really handy.
Indeed.
One of the Berserkers taking a lot of damage.
It lacks that speed and mobility, doesn't it? When if you get all of your berserkers with the claymore, as we've seen before, it could potentially be a risk-taking and a breaker for the team, especially with the free room and the free entrance problem they're having at the moment. So I think the axe, the katana, definitely the katana they're going to go for. I think they're going to go for the katana.
It would be nice to, I think, like we were doing nice. I think 2 katana, maybe 1 claymore, and the 4th one maybe with the buzzsaw.
Yes.
As a backup. Unsure whatsoever. Maybe another katana there, and maybe with a pistol, so that at least could, you know, do a little bit of range if they needed to. Bad girl taking a real good beating at the berserker there.
Nearly on half of his HP now.
But once again, the demo losing another half of their armor through their own shot.
Deary me. Yeah, I think they're going to struggle in the later stages. He had to call for some help there. So, going to be very, very interesting how this turns out.
It does seem like the demo isn't really... Oh no, the demo is coming up. The demo did give away the M79 to someone, yeah, as we can see again. And they bought another one. So they are actually starting... Oh, we got...
Buzzsaws everywhere.
Buzzsaw. Okay, so that's not what I expected.
No, neither did I. 4. That's 3, 4 buzzsaws. Goodness me. I think all of them, all the berserkers got the buzzsaw.
You've still not seen any armors they've been bought. Only by the medic. Which I actually don't think he even bought this round. It's still from the last.
Well, we're on wave 4 and we're going to get more and more husks coming in and blots, so it's going to be interesting to see. There's a Grail there, he's actually getting a bit of a beating there, and they're broken through just on that door. He wasn't coping there at all without any help. He looks like half HP. I definitely see troubles already peeling out of their plans at the moment.
Yeah, I do believe within the next wave or 2, tactics are definitely going to change, so maybe blocking out certain entrances. So they'll all combine themselves maybe to the left or something.
Yes.
I mean, right now they're taking some damage. I mean, the husks are actually doing more damage than I expected. They all seem to be able to actually hit around the front. Yes. Sirens seem to be picking them off before they can actually get to them. Oh, one in the back almost dying. Siren and a bloat attack at the same time.
Oh, is he gonna get... Oh, goodness me, that was a close one. Again, has called for some help, and he had to deal with it himself there. And Grail as well, getting really beaten here.
It seems like I was wrong with the house. It seems like the Sirens definitely are the ones doing most of the damage in the back.
Well, yes, that's quite a nice, interesting surprise, because usually they can deal the screamers, but because it's so close quarters, Growl, it's just getting hit by one of his clots. He's losing a lot of HP, so he's got to be careful.
I think if I was in there too, I'd sort of advise them to maybe step aside when they know the Siren's screaming and just let them walk into the door. Then you could just stop all damage. Maybe take like 5 damage when you actually go for the swing, but in general, you should be able to skip, what, 90–80% of the damage?
Well, yes, and of course that leaves out an open risk of when they let the Screamer in and then they can deal with it, they've got to deal with all the others that's behind it. So I think it's more or less partly to where they're placed. That is the causing the problems.
Yeah, one. By the looks of it, they are definitely having a bit of a struggle with the Sirens, which I think is why they got the buzzsaw. It's not a bad idea, but is that kind of expense worth? You know, oh, the Berserker at the back almost dying again. This time it's just to the gore fast, no Siren involved. One left. In almost 12.5 minutes. Going into wave 5's trader.
There it is. There goes round wave.
And a complete wave skip.
Goodness me. Well, I don't think they used too much ammunition up. That AK was firing a lot, but I think it's conserving his ammunition. And there's one ammo box in the room next to Mork, so.
Well, looking throughout the actual ammo of the team, they seem to have a fair share. Jaffrip is one with the AK. Yeah, so about a quarter. Maybe just under a quarter ammo for him overall. But I definitely do believe they have to go to the trader for the next round. We need that armor as a backup.
Yes, well, again, Grail is I think they've sort of understood that sort of the patching up their little areas that they had some problems at. For example, Grail has now Ghost and Star Wars there just to help him out, while Wolf is on his own. The medic has switched to both of them, and yet there's still two people with each other at one time, which is a much better idea rather than just having one person cover one point and everyone else go to another.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's how you know when a team's going to generally do well, or they have to their teamwork. If they can have great synergy within the team, let alone the perks itself, you know, you're a head start over most teams.
Yes.
But we have got a Scrake at the front, having to back off slightly. But then a half health from getting the stun. The one thing I have noticed, they are using axes as their primary weapon. That's three of them, yeah.
Yeah, well, they still haven't gone for the katana or the claymore, which is very interesting. I mean, they've brought all buzzsaws, but obviously they're not going to use them too much. This is very interesting. But I must say that
actually do a lot of damage for the team, though. That's the problem.
Yes. But they're stacking up that cash.
Oh yeah, I mean they'll have no problem with cash, especially if they skip the last round. We're halfway through and 2, 3. You're looking at around about 6.5k split across the team,
which isn't bad for halfway of the game at the moment.
Oh yeah. So you're looking at what 1,200 maybe for a lot of maybe 1,500. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage. They're just squirting them with everything. They have to heal them up again. That was quite dangerous there. I think we're going to see a break-in sooner or later, especially with the flesh pounds, if not with a Strake.
Stand still or keep bleeding. Your call.
Us getting a little bit of damage. It was on the medic.
Another solid wave, but that also exposed some problems they had at their position. Oh, got some claymores now coming in, and they're selling their axes. No katana at the moment. Good. Goodness me.
That's 3 claymores. Ooh. They've taken a lot of damage due to the swing rate that they had. Now they're going to cut that down. They have a slightly more range advantage. We could see some more damage being taken. I do believe we will have definitely one swapping for a katana.
Exactly, and the blast rate just fired by the demo, just nearly killed Morph there. Oh, that wasn't safe for him. Grail
The bit
there,
I don't understand, they still have no armor.
Well, that's right, isn't it?
I would have thought as a, test out the last wave and then For this one, they'll do it as a backup. They must do it for the next wave.
Especially the next wave, because that's when streaks come in.
If that flashbang rages early and then gets into that doorway, someone's going to panic. Which means there's going to be missed swings or someone's going to get hit instead of another person. So being able to take that first hit and maybe another hit afterwards is vital.
I have a feeling that they may panic because they keep shooting at each other a couple of times with grenade launchers by mistake when they're getting a breakthrough. So not sure if that's by accident or by purpose, but it's not good in either way.
With years, I know it sounds like I'm being a little bit negative maybe towards the team. I'm not. Because generally when I've seen these sort of tactics, they generally have gone wrong due to not enough speed to kill them. And it's all about slowly taking them out. But yeah, it's all about positioning, I guess. If they allow the Scrake to come in the door, then, you know, Sedson follow up on them and then just walk in. Oh, excuse me. But if they can play it out right and they stun the Scrake just on the doorway, as we can see here, then they're blocking everything that's going in. But then Sirens and, you know, us can actually do their damage, as we just saw once again.
Well, yeah, the Strakes being stunned before they get in. Mind you, they let one in. I think they were testing how many hits it took. But, oh, the Strake's alive. It's giving Grail there a good kicking. Oh, that was close to Grail there. He's just on quarter of his HP left, 25%. That's not good at all. And here comes another Strake, and he hasn't noticed it. Oh, just stunned it.
Just in time.
Oh, goodness me.
It does seem like he does have the bigger, the harder job of the team, where he's on his own.
Oh, yes.
But he is very limited on the view, I guess. So the medic has been forced to stick around by him.
More
Demo,
often, yes.
Still not doing too much. You know, we haven't really seen any action really from him.
Grail there getting hit more often. He's just shutting the door now. I don't think he's doing much anymore. Here he comes again. Ooh!
Husk actually missing the hit in the wall.
Yeah. I think that should cause alarms now to get armor, at least for Grail and the front line guys, because that was quite deadly. That could have caused him to die.
Got a pause going on right now.
Something interesting's happening.
So I see. Seems to be having a ping problem with one of the players.
Indeed. Well, this is a good idea to see how the team is kind of evaluating their mistakes and more or less the problems they're facing.
Yeah.
They had a break in there with the Strake and he stunned him, but he was he's on his own and he couldn't do it again. It came alive and started beating the crap out of Grail, poor thing, and he nearly died because of it. If the medic came around and saved him, and so did the demo, so that definitely should ring the bells to get some armor, and definitely the medics more or less stay with Grail. But the trouble is though, they've got to keep going around, so the demo's got to stick with one of these guys, Grail or Morth, because they're both either on their own at any one time. They're not with anyone at the moment. So it's a dangerous game they're playing. But we are on wave 6, and when wave 7 and 8 comes, we've got some good old flesh pounds incoming, so it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be hard because if, you know, if that situation happens again and the Zeds start to walk around and start to come in for an attack, what is Grail going to do? Yes, he has the range to kill him, but he has to keep the Scrake stunned, which means he has to use the auto fire, which is really slow.
Yes.
The problem with that is he has to focus more than one thing, and if something huge like another flesh pan or a Scrake comes along, he's going to have to try and work around it. He can't do that alone. So there's not really much for the team to be able to help out, because yes, the medic can run in front and take the damage. What if you do that too often? You need him in the other end of the building.
Yes, we just saw here Jack the Ripper here just got really hurt. I think he ran in there a bit too quickly and just got damaged, which isn't good. He lost a bit of armor there. But a wave completed nonetheless, and it'll be interesting to see what they do now. And already rushing to buy armor.
Diver's ball. We have 3 claymores and 1 safe.
Nice to see that they're quick. But yeah, let's see now the guys have got some good old armor, so they're protecting themselves more.
Yeah, literally 5 out of 6 players now have armor. Surprised the other berserker didn't.
Well, here comes a flesh pound coming to the front, and oh, he's angry now. Oh, not a chance.
Yeah, the problem that happened there, it was very nicely done, but he was just in range to hurt himself there, as in the demo. If that flesh pound was another inch forwards, he would have done more damage to himself.
Yes.
This is the risk that they're going to have to pull with this spot, because that demo is very close to his targets.
Absolutely. Well, I must say, if a flesh pound orc does come to Grail, he's going to have a hard time. They're going to have to quickly switch around. But here comes a streak. Oh, Grail, they're losing nearly half of his armor to that streak. But Jack Ripper there coming to save him.
Now that's the bit I was on about, you know, someone has to be there if Grail's going to be concentrating on that streak.
Absolutely. Morph here, losing nearly all of his armor again to a streak. Oh, this is starting to cause more problems. This is getting dangerous for them now. They're playing Russian roulette here. And that scream as well, getting a bit more hits there, ignoring that armor. Oh, here comes a flesh pound. Oh. Ghost taking a hit there. Goodness me. I think they're quite lucky there that they're all sort of hanging around near Grail. Otherwise, Grail would have had a bit of a problem.
I actually did miss that. I'm actually quite disappointed. Couldn't figure it out. Grail taking some damage.
Comes another streak. 2 streaks now. Oh, combo streak. And a husk. Ooh, they're both in.
That's not a good sign.
Oh, that streak's getting some hits in there. Jack Ripper there, losing a bit of his armor. Oh, that was very close.
Very close, especially when that husk actually shot the backline berserker, which stopped the stun.
Absolutely. I must say they handled that pretty well, but look at that triple streaks coming in at the front door. Oh, they got 2 of them stunned, but here comes the 3rd one.
Oh, missing the stun there, regaining the strength again.
Oh, goodness me, he's taking a real pounding.
Or gnome been taken out while that's going on.
We've got 4 screamers outside here. Poor Grail has lost all of his armor now, and he's nearly on half of his health.
They really need to shut that door. They really do. They need to start focusing the Zeds to go to 1 pinpoint, maybe. Might be slightly slower, but
Morph there, half of his health just
well
disappeared.
played demo there.
Another streak near Grail.
Got a comment in the chat saying Scragg's on a big deal with 4 berserkers. That is true. When you go into a situation like they are, and you have a demo which has to be at a distance. Oh, flashbang coming from the front door. Yeah, when you're in a situation like this, it's very hard to keep your concentration on what you're supposed to be doing to what you will be doing.
Exactly. And obviously saw they skipped the trader and we're on now wave 8. That was very, very interesting. to see what happened. They're quite fun, even though they only killed one of them, I must say. No offense there. But they handled it as much as they could have. Maybe a little bit better, but I mean, they were panicking, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
That triple strake and that double flesh pound really did get them on their toes a bit. Kind of ballerine dancing there.
Well, hopefully they've learned from that, and as a team that they can maybe position themselves better. Because as we saw with the triple flesh pound, the triple scrake, the one who ran in front of Berserker, he ended up stunning 2, but he missed the first one on the stun. Plus the husk getting in there, so it actually did some, it made them miss the first scrake. So that one got us stunned and took out half of the health of the other Berserker. We just have to wait and see. Grail's still at half health. Medic overloading themselves, trying to keep everyone health up.
Yeah.
Seems like even the leader of this team, who's watching on the stream right now, he is a little bit concerned about how this game's going to go.
Yes, I would be if I was him as well. Especially those break-ins and a streak there. Oh, last there, getting a bit of an attack there. Another close one.
Just hit the 25 minute mark. 170 saves left. Wave 8. They're doing really well in terms of time. But it's whether, we're going to see anything from the back line. Oh, Growl going down to 15 health? 14 health.
Grail there. Poor bloke. Can only say that. Oh, he's on his own. And he's apologising as well. Oh man, the team should be apologising for him. Oh, Grail there on half HP again.
Yeah, someone definitely needs to help Growl out. It's essentially the hardest spot.
Absolutely. Oh, Grail's down the corner now with the block belly.
There's a small break there.
Oh, Grail
May
there.
coming to his aid.
Yes. Poor Grail.
Yeah, I do think Jack Ripper, the one with the pistol and the AK Berserker, I believe he should go and help Grail a bit. Maybe be in a position where he can shoot from at the door with Grail and be able to shoot at the front door at the same time.
Absolutely.
Grail coming in, taking a little bit of damage. And just goes right out.
Oh, straight there, getting a shot, but Morph in his neon clothing, dodging it like a pro. Oh, straight coming into Grail. Oh, that straight's getting a bit of a hit on Grail there, but just stunned in time. Let's hope that straight doesn't become conscious again.
Yeah, Grail's definitely taken a beating in this one. He's definitely taken the one for the team.
And I don't think
if he does have any deaths, he still should be commended for his work in this game.
Oh, absolutely.
He's taken everything out on his own. Right, he has had a little bit of help, but not as much as any other team member playing this game.
Well, we've got to think. I don't think the team realises that Grail is in need of some help, or Grail's not saying he needs help. Either way, they need to recognise that they need to help Grail with at least a medical and extra backup to shoot spray some bullets down. Because, poor lad, he's going to be on his own, and when that breaks through and he's dead, they're going to have some trouble.
There's actually one thing we haven't really seen in this game. The medic hasn't thrown himself at the front.
No.
But I guess he's so focused on keeping their health up, I guess you can't really just jump in front.
No.
To lower your vision to the rest of the team.
Right, well they skipped the trade after getting some bits and bobs for like 5-6 seconds, but I think Jack didn't get what he wanted. He kind of ran to the doors and it shut on him.
Oh, we have got pipe down there.
Yeah, that's quite interesting to see.
I've got a flesh band at the front.
Oh, He's angry and they're throwing all the grenades, but no chance of that flash
Well
bomb.
played there. Have you actually seen where the pipe bomb is?
I believe that's.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Really unsure why he put it there. There was potentially nothing really of a threat. I think the best place probably for the pipe bomb would have been with Grail.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder how many more he has. Maybe it was just the one, just as a, place it for now.
Grail's taking a bit of a beating. His armor's and just lost about 20% of his armor. Here comes a strake. Oh, Grail got hit there again by the strake, but just stunned it. After that little blow. This is quite on the thin ice they're on now. That's all I can say.
Well, Jack Ripper was definitely there for backup, just in case, so they definitely did well there.
Yes, I think they're realising a little bit that he needs some help, which is good. So the teams recognise it now.
Hey, he's very good. Maybe it was a bit, like a couple of waves late to realise the pattern. But at least they're learning and, making a difference in their play to figure it out. Darren once again getting a lot of damage out the front. We got lots and lots of cash here throughout the team.
Look at that. Oh, I think they're ready for the Patriarch soon.
I do believe we'll see a massive amount of pipe bombs laid at the, on the last wave.
I can't see them hiding in the house though. I don't. That's such a bad idea in my opinion. I mean, it's cover, but what happens if he charges around at them? If they all focus on the firepower. But oh, we're gonna triple strike again in the front door. Oh,
a lovely double stun. But there's a flesh pound. Nope, never mind.
Gets me.
We've got lots going on at once.
Laugh there, losing nearly all of his armor. Grail on half, and his health as well. He's being beaten a bit more. Oh,
making a little bit more damage. He does dodge the strike there.
Yes. Morph is doing quite well for himself. Mind you, he's lost all his armor. Oh, taking a bit of a hit beating, but that medic's there just to help him up, so he's fine.
Seems to be seeing maximum ammo pretty much across the whole team. Seems to have really slowed down, but we are just about to start our wave 10. Hopefully they won't be as unlucky as the previous team that we last played on Sunday, which had a quadra flesh pan. We do have another pause.
I believe the ping is an issue here again. Yep, well, that gives us time to explain what could happen next. So, while they're on wave 9, well, I'm going to say they're going to be on wave 10 shortly because there's only 21 Zeds left. And they're still taking a beating, and by now they should have kind of reconciled what they're going to do and, get ready. But if we look at the armor here, it's nearly gone for nearly three people. They've nearly lost all their armor, and that's happened for their health as well, especially Grail and Laugh and Jack the Ripper. So when they do wave 10, and there are lots and lots of flesh pounds as well as lots and lots of strakes, if we've seen lots of strakes as well, they've dealt with the strakes, but when the flesh pounds come, as well as strakes and husks, it's going to be a problem. And we're off again. We're finishing up the wave.
I do believe they are going to have the demo become a main thing here. Oh, Wolfgang under 45 health. What happened there? Getting the stun, taking out the little ones, but leaving the crawler. So yeah, as I said, I do believe we are going to see a slightly different change to the tactic. Basically, I think they're going to spam up the demo with a load of pipe bombs as a backup. Yes, they could use it for the Patriarch, but they could use it for this wave too. But I don't think he actually got to the shop at all.
Oh, a little double flesh pound. Oh, as well as straight. Oh, the flesh pound has gone in, and oh, given Ghost there a beating. I'm gonna run for his money.
Now the demo actually didn't take any damage there that I can see. Well, taking a bit of a beating once again. That's almost half armor, and it's been 30 seconds into the wave. I must admit, the team has surprised me. They've changed up their loadouts compared to the usual stuff we see. One of them being like a 2-roll berserker, so he's a part commander as well.
Indeed. Well, we're gonna have to say though that Growl is kind of been left partially on his own again, but I think Jack's now moving on, and I think they're communicating much more now. So, although Growl's losing more armor, he's not in a bad position.
It does seem like they are moving positions between the team a little bit better this time. We can definitely see the communication is now really being paid attention to. Growl is now getting more help this way compared to the others.
However, I think that's partly due to the fact there was no Zeds or anything outside the front, so you saw the whole team kind of move towards. But yeah, I think they are working coinciding with him, which is much better. And they're dealing with the Strakes, and Growl isn't losing any HP or armor now, which is good. But they can't forget about Morph.
Yes, that is the other problem I would say they have in the team. Like the front, they can hold off. The demo has some nice vision to actually to pull off. Especially with the range that he can use it as well. Morph though, he's very confined. Anything that goes through that door, the team can get, but it has to go past that door. Same with Growl though, it has to go past the door to actually have the team do anything potential in it.
Absolutely. We're seeing here now they're dealing with the Strakes very easily, and no problems here yet. I can't see any flesh pounds on the way. Oh, yep, they're saying that one's on the front door, and he's angry. He's charging in, but just in time. 2 flesh pounds in the back. Ooh. Both destroyed. Nicely done.
And the medic, for the first time I believe, has actually tanked it up. So we're seeing quite a bit of a difference between this wave and the previous night.
I must say that long streak there with doing quite well.
Right, so we're at the moment we're on 110 Zeds. We're on wave 10. We're on 34.5 minutes. What time do you think they're going to do after finishing the Patriarch? Or if they reach that far?
This is going to be a difficult one. I think, hear me out, they can do it in 38 or 39 minutes, near to the 40-minute mark. They can do it. If they can finish this round up quickly, then they have about 5-6 minutes playing with the Patriarch. However, they might actually take a while to get ready and leave a Z while they all get to the trader, and that can take seconds up. But as we see here, Jack and Growl both getting hit there by Strakes. Oh, Growl there comes to the rescue this time.
Now that was not expected. There was 2 Strakes and they ran past Growl for Jack. And they basically just walked in. They didn't do much, they just walked in. Not a good sign, but we've only got 40 left. We may see another double flesh round come in.
Ooh, even that triple again. that was a nasty surprise, I must tell you. Especially on wave 7.
I actually looked into it, it was a quadra. It was actually 4 flesh pounds on that wave that we saw before. Oh, we have got a flesh pound in the back. Growl's running.
They're throwing grenades again, but...
And here we go. But where is the other one?
That is a good point.
There he is, right in the face.
Ooh,
Straight for Growl.
Jack there again, getting hit, but luckily enough, not hit too badly.
And Berserker saved the the demo saved his life.
Straight there, just kind of wondering what's going on, being hit at the back.
Christ, get this thing off me.
Does seem like your prediction does seem to be coming true right now. We have 4 minutes roughly for your prediction to come through. Like viewers, come on, you know, what sort of times would you be guessing?
Yes. Spam if you must. No, not spam, not joking. But definitely.
Oh, we got a lot of differences there.
Give us your time. And it'll be interesting to see who's right, because we got people saying 60 minutes. Some even on our last rounds when we did the tournaments for the veterans, of course, not the semi-finals. But as I was saying, here comes the Patriarch.
Just in case anyone couldn't actually see that, we have no claymores anymore. They've all gone full katana. We have got a couple of buzzsaws, I believe, still there. No, they've sold them too. I guess to get some lighter weight so they can move slightly faster.
Oof. They're hiding in the barn, which is quite an interesting place, and I think they're going full samurai now.
I would not advise anyone to be sitting in the barn like this.
Ooh.
So here we go.
Already half armor down, and they give him a beating. He's half HP already, but he's still smacking him a bit. The Patriarch's gonna get away. Is he gonna get away?
Is he gonna get away?
Yeah, he got away.
Now, will they chase? This is the question. We have not seen this apart from one game where they've chased him.
Yep, I think
there
they're
we
going
go.
to end it now if they can get him. But he's off again. Where has he gone to? Ooh, Patriarch dead, and boom.
There we go.
Fantastic round there. Fantastic indeed.
37 minutes and 49 seconds. A very good time.
Fantastic time. My prediction was a bit too late, it seems. Goodness me, I thought I might be a bit on the sharp end, but no, 2 minutes actually.
Definitely say they definitely played it out well. They used, I believe, the exact same perks as their previous rounds. They pulled it off very nicely though. They had some worrying moments though, we must agree.
Yes, absolutely. Big hiccups here and there, and nearly deaths, but they got their act together and they did it. MGC, what a time. 37 minutes 49 seconds.
And the best part is they actually had no deaths.
No deaths at all.
I'll speak for myself here. I expected maybe 1 or 2, especially on wave 10 and the Patriarch wave. But as soon as they chased that Patriarch, that was it. You know, they had clear control. They kept the Patriarch there.
Hey, that was,
it was just overall great game from them.
It was quite a round, folks, there. And well done by the MGC team. I'm gonna give you guys a heads up that we're going offline, but we'll be back on in 5-10 minutes.
I see too many people giving a guess on the time. None, in fact.
So we'll be online in roughly 5-10 minutes again, folks. And we got a prize question coming up. And everybody may play in the prize question, even the people who played in the game. So we'll be back in 5-10 minutes, and we're gonna give you the prize question and how it works all.